Hello, tribe.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on, Jason? Man, it has been so long since I've done an AWOK talk. Actually, I come to think of it, I've never done an AWOK talk live. So I'm used to running
Wow.
things back here for the news. And
Yeah.
so, hi, everybody. Welcome. Good
Trial by
evening.
fire.
There are two of us right now, and we are really hanging on, hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to get Adam in here. That's the plan. And so the three of us tonight, the goal was to, one, be on at 6:30, about 12 minutes ago. So thank you for your patience. Number two, the other plan was that this was going to be the final countdown kind of thing. But then exactly. So it turns out that we were kind of lying. We'll get to that in a second. Not lying. We were pleasantly surprised today. So we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, we should go ahead and say hello to everybody first and foremost in the chat. What's going on, Ray Paz? Yo, let's get it. Come on, folks. Yep. Yes, let's. If you're reading this live, comments section, back this great Kickstarter, great products, good story, awesome people behind it. Let's get that hippo unlocked. I love the energy, Ray. Let's do it. And in fact,
Yes.
Austin says, this fellow, Ray Paz, is 100% correct. Let's see what the rest of the tribe is saying. Endless Fable, what's going on, man? Saying amazing, all the different sized bucks and the different head sculpts. That's all you guys, man. That's you, that's Utama, that's Dan, that's Arlen. Who am I missing? I know there's other sculptors,
Carter,
my bad.
Jeremy, Ed, GD Lake, Kevin. I believe that's everyone. So it's Tiffany's got a question.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's say hello to folks first. We'll get the questions.
Okay.
Sorry, I won't forget. We won't forget. What's going on, Gabriel? Want to say hello? Yes, literally action figures. Final push. Let's go. Berserkus first in his own world. What's up, man? Always first. Robo Geek 1973 is saying. So apparently the Bard was a deal breaker because this thing is really moving now.
It really is.
Yep. Knock on whatever, because hopefully it continues. That's the plan. So yes. Let's see. We'll get to this for sure. There's something about an epic all-in update number 26. Maybe. And Alpha Magnus is making the request, folks. Can anybody spot him? $650 till next month. What's going on, Alpha? We'll see. And yeah, I'm a liar. Sorry, man. We tried our best. We were trying to hold out to see if we could get everybody on, and we're having some tech difficulties on Adam's end. So hopefully he'll join us. Scott Baker, it's been a while, man. Good to see you. I know you've seen you relatively recently, but I used to see you like regularly. So great to see you again. What is going on with that thumbnail? Because it looks rad. Let's see.
It is cool looking.
It was cool. Sorry, I took that away from you. Thanos Copter. I'm still at work, but I just wanted to say thank you to the Spero crew and fans that this has been the most epic Kickstarter I've been a part of. Yeah, I was chatting with him earlier.
Thank you, Thanos.
And he was saying, like, man, this is like the craziest, most generous Kickstarter I've ever seen. And yeah, and that's by design. So, right, by the way, you know, you're a designer. I'm a designer. Things work well in threes. So what's going on? We got Adam.
There he is.
Can you guys see me and hear me?
We can see you.
We can hear you. We can see you.
Can you see?
Technology is not working with me the last few days.
Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No black screen.
Have you had your alcoholic beverage yet?
Yeah. Yes.
Just one?
Okay.
All right, man. Well, I hope everything continues to be well on your end. Let's see. We're just checking in with the chat. We've got Mythic Dolphin. Here you go. Hi, y'all. AWOK Kickstarter is at 295,602. Breaking it down. 320K is needed for Scathing. 410K for Mamba. Check out update number 26 because the epic all-in is now truly epic. Thank you. I'm glad people saw that. We will definitely get to that. This is me lying at 6:31 because that took about 11 minutes, but that's all right. Yes, absolutely. If you have an epic all in by now, you're doing yourself a disservice, says Ray. Solo Sinner, what's up, everyone? Good to see you. Hey, we got major reaction. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Let's see. We've got this dude, Spero Studio. What's up? A tribe called AWOK, a tribe called Quest. Nada. Let's see, folks. Yeah, folks just here again. Howdy, exciting times. We got a question right here. We'll get to questions, and I'm going to go ahead and put a star on it, and we'll come back. Scott Baker hoping for another mad rush at the end like the last Kickstarter. So exciting to watch those unlocks fall. Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
100%.
We've already seen a really great rally, and we've got a whole 24 hours left.
Yep. A whole, wait, what? Did you, that's confusing.
What do we have?
I thought it started
22
like,
hours.
Wait, what? I thought it like ended in the wait. Well, we're gonna have to talk in a little bit. Collection Nexus.
We will.
No sleep. Tell mom. Hey, we got the 3 Beastie Boys thing going on. All right, sorry. Rest in peace. Absolutely, yes. Read that. Past your bedtime. Oh man. Okay. Cool. You're good. And I think we've gotten everybody. Yeah. And I'll see Slow Typer saying hi to everyone. I think it's everybody. I just want to make sure. Cool. And then if there are any, oh no, wait, here we go. What's up, Derek Chandler?
What's up, Derek?
Good to see you, team member, making the Spero thing happen. We got Game Quest. There you are. I was like, wait, somebody's missing. Somebody's missing who's been here the whole time. What's going on, Game Quest? And we got Hoth the Basher. What's going on, Hoth the Basher? What up? We have, I think that's everybody. Lion. Squirrel. And wait, what are you talking about? Just because we were late to start the stream, is that what you're talking about, Ray? Is that what you're talking about? Did we add time that way? Or are you talking about something else? What's up, Josh? Going on, Josh Brown. Wait, what? What's people talking about? How did Jason get extra time to be on the stream?
Tiffany really wants to know.
So fascinating. What are people talking about time? Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. Greetings, my beautiful AWOK children. NYC Figure Fanatic. So yes, NYC saying can't wait to stay up till 7 a.m. with all you guys. Hey, I hear that, and the Collecting Brothers will be with you. But yeah, good news. We're gonna let you sleep for a little bit, and we'll talk about that in a second. Yes. Hell yes. Got the epic all in locked in. Oh, sorry, I know we were just saying hello to people, but damn. Oh, you guys remember this? Never mind, 3 Amigos. What's up to the AWOK crew?
God, I love the 3 Amigos.
Oh crap! Thank you, Ray. Yes, I hit 900 on the channel. Thank you very much.
There you go. Look at that.
Let's watch him now unsubscribe because that happens too.
No,
we got Chris.
It looks like you have 902.
Sweet. Chris Bainton, what's going on? Not much time left, but are you able to show the bird weapons here? Santos Rivera, what's going on? Greetings to you. Simon Barreto, what's going on? So excited to see the last surge. Let's rival Cyberzoic. No, man, can't we all get along and just buy everything, right, Adam?
No.
I bought all the Cyberzoic.
There's plenty of room. We all back the Cyberzoic.
Folks
Most of us did.
Well, I mean, I bought one. We're blowing up the Kickstarter on Twitter. Just FYI, that's awesome.
Good.
Wait, something about vouchers? What are we talking about? Vouchers? Okay, I am messing up. Hey, Simone, thank you, 903. All right. We had some big news. This crazy little brain trust this morning was just chatting as we do early in the morning, getting excited for the day because we know we're like, oh man, we only got a day left. And so, as people have already been pointing out, they noticed some things about time. So I think we can just say it. You want to let folks know, Jason?
Yes. We have extended the Kickstarter by 22 hours.
12 hours.
Well, I apologize. By 12 hours. So now that means we've got 22 hours total left. So what happened was I contacted Kickstarter and let them know. I actually asked them to end it early. They said they can't end it early, but they can add 12 hours so that it ends at night. we want everyone awake and like having fun and excited and watching the countdown, as opposed to like waking up early in the morning or heaven forbid staying up all night, you know. So the Kickstarter is going to end tomorrow night, not tomorrow morning. And we're gonna be back on live. We're gonna, you know, just be excited. And I mean, dude, like seriously, I am so excited. We've had a fantastic day. We've unlocked another figure. We're getting Meryl. I think tomorrow we're gonna be unlocking the rest of them. I mean, I really have no doubt. And then, you know, whatever is left over, we'll go into the backer kit and see what we can do in there. And then I guess that segues into Adam with the Epic All-In update from this morning.
Yeah, let's do that. And by the way, we'll do that. What's the Epic All-In? What's that business about?
So the Epic All-In, we always intended for the Epic All-In to get you everything that we plan to unlock. Now, we may not quite get to everything that we plan to unlock, but we still want to offer the same value. So effectively, what we've decided to do is offer the Kickstarter backers who back the Epic All-In the same value as what we had intentionally or initially intended the value to be. And it's certainly not the fault of the Epic All-In backers that we didn't unlock everything. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been, campaigning for us and sort of pushing and bullying other people into, getting their backing.
Damn, the tribe is a bunch
They'll
of
thank
bullies.
them later.
Are you jumping people into the tribe? It's not that.
And I mean,
kind of tribe,
anybody that's not backing an Epic All-In, you're missing out, because we're gonna offer that full value. So basically, the equivalent value of what would be the Kickstarter value of all those figures. I think it's like $919 or whatever. But essentially, what we're gonna do is the way that the backer kit works is you'll get sort of all your we'll basically give you trying to think of how it's exactly going to work. It's going to work. You're going to get great value. You're going to get drop down.
We'll have about 2 weeks to bang out the details after the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, you'll be getting essentially the full $919, I think, Kickstarter value,
right,
which equates to one of everything that we intended to unlock.
So yes, the Epic All-In, folks, is truly, truly, truly outrageous. Epic. Which was, as Adam pointed out, like that was the intention. The intention was to make it truly epic. The intention was not to just do what we called and did today. But given the conversation, given the timeline, and like we've been going around on YouTube trying to hype it up and let people know about this great deal, and like really saying like, man, we should truly look at this as crowdfunding. And that if people are like saying, we love the line, we love what you've shown us, we're going to invest, then they should truly get a return on their investment. And it's like, as Adam said, it's not their fault that we didn't, necessarily move at a certain speed or whatever. So like, F it. Clearly people have
probably our fault. So we're not going to hold it against you guys.
So we fixed it. So it's like, it's definitely,
I think it was probably the spelling mistakes that held us back. So that's on me. But
at the end,
I think that was me that did the spelling issue.
I was going to say, Adam, way to take one for the team, but I don't know about that.
It might have.
I
don't know.
So Epic All-In is truly epic. I thought from the beginning it was such a brilliant idea to tell people, listen, we're going to keep throwing stuff in there and give you a decent value. It just felt odd that people would be backing in, like wanting a certain value, and then like it's just not as valuable. And at the end of the day, you all have like clearly said, this is dope stuff. I don't have it in hand. I haven't seen all the renders, or I haven't seen the paint masters or nothing, but I believe in what you've done so far so much that I'm going to back it. So it's like, dude, we got to like honor that. We got to reward that kind of support for
absolutely
the line. So that's what it's about. I'm so glad we did it. We're like, cool, send it right away. Let people know. And I was like,
make sure there's no spelling errors. And Adam,
I blew it.
I don't remember even who wrote it up, but we were excitedly like trying to get it out. We were just like, okay, there's no spelling errors. Everything looks good. Let's hurry up and launch it.
Yeah. And it was like, there were so many things because as you pointed out earlier, we changed it. Yeah, we actually did kind of give it truly 22 more hours to go. And so it's like, do we put everything in a message? I was like, no, we got to let people know the Epic All In and the raving stuff, not to gloss over that, but need to let people know ASAP so that they feel good about it and we're moving forward. And we actually kind of knew that the request was there, that Jason had made the request earlier, and Kickstarter had actually said, yep.
Yeah, but we're going to wait. We're going to wait.
It didn't actually kick in on the site. So we're like, well, let's just wait until the
kicked
site
in at
actually
2 p.m. I think.
Yeah.
I was like, we did want to mention it on the morning update, but we like you said, we couldn't do it because we weren't sure when they were going to actually enact that moving it back. So we were just kind of like biting our nails and everything. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yep. So there we go. And as far as like the specifics, so already Josh Brown was asking, so like these vouchers of which you speak for the Epic All-Ins, again, we'll be giving those during all of that. The big question that's there, sort of like how
so it's not it's not exactly a voucher. That's like that.
It's just the way we kind of threw it out there to kind of try and describe it and communicate it to folks. It's not going to be like a piece of paper or whatever. We're trying to figure out, like as we said earlier, we're trying to figure out the logistics of it. But the commitment is there. We're here on live streams. It's written, so don't think that it's going to switch. Like if so, you know who to come after. But
that's not an issue. It's just we just have to like. It's more of the logistics in BackerKit to figure that out. Yeah. So, and if for some reason,
just clearly say?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, can I also just remind people that the myself and the guy on the other side over there, we are personally invested, so we might have been a little bit biased in trying to make this happen because we both have
Epic All-Ins, and we want to make sure that those.
We're just trying to maximize our investment by bullying Jason into agreeing to this. So
you
get our
I didn't
value.
feel bullied at all. I thought it was a great idea. It's good, The thing, what's so cool about this Kickstarter is that we're obviously getting an insane amount of cool figures and characters that are coming out, but the fan base has been so excited and like has really received everything so well that we want lifetime fans, and this is our way of thanking thanking those Epic All-In backers, and thanking everyone in general.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a little extra stuff. We're just not saying what it is. So people will be surprised whenever their rewards come in. There'll be stuff that we haven't talked about. So, and we're not going to talk about it. We'll just say that you're getting stuff, but we're not going to say what it is. So
sure. Good job.
Be curious.
I don't mean to be cryptic, but I can't tell you.
Oh, good job.
It's like when people are like, I'm having a horrible day. Don't ask me about it, though.
What's going on, Derek? Absolutely dual stream and thank you. And like spread the word over there. Let them know AWOK is kicking butt. We've got a little bit more time, but they shouldn't delay, as it says at the bottom. Back it now, regardless. But they've got a little extra time. And on top of that, part of the reason to you said that part of the reason to move the time back is like, man, that's awkward. People are going to be working up like at myself 4:58 in the morning to look, and like how anticlimactic it is. I was like, oh yeah, I'm alone and great. I'm
just so glad Adam noticed it, because it would have just gone under the radar for me. I was like, whoa,
good to know for all the future Kickstarter people who are looking.
You have to set the time. Yes. You have to manually enter it in there, or it defaults to the same time that you launch.
Yeah.
Yes. So third time's the charm. So on that note, to help make it a little bit more of an exciting thing, we're actually going to do a true final countdown sort of stream.
This is like a prequel to the final countdown.
This is the pre-show.
I made the thumbnail thinking initially, like when we did this, it was like, this is going to be the final countdown because the best we can do. And then we're going to say goodnight to people. And then there's going to be like another weird 8 hours or whatever. And then
you're probably sleeping and
yeah. So now tomorrow, I'm going to rush home from work and we're going to get on here and at 4:30 my time, 7:30 Eastern. And actually, I don't know, Adam.
We're going to safely
may
get
or may
home.
not make it, can't make it because he's got a real grown-up job.
Well,
and really, I do too, but I'm cheating. And then so we're gonna do that. And here's the plan, because like people are asking, hey, you should like so I think it was Gene and Josh saying like, oh, I missed it. Like you should invite all the homies to stop by if we're doing this stream tomorrow. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, or if you're talking about today. And actually that is the plan. But specifically my thinking was, hey, can we bring in all the folks who've been involved in with Spero making these things and like with the company and everything. So we've reaching out like super last minute, obviously, because this is all new. Just before this stream of like, hey, okay, let's invite these folks. And so we're trying to see who can commit. And if folks can't commit for whatever reason, because some people are in completely different countries and different time zones, we'll at least see if we can get like some video messages from there on the stream. So the idea is at 4:30, we're here, we're talking, we're looking at the numbers, and kind of like hearing from folks, checking in with folks, watching that clock go down till 4:58 p.m. I know you guys were saying different numbers before. I think you said 45 or whatever, but it's officially on, at least on the Kickstarter, it says 4:58 p.m. on my clock, or 6:58 and Jason's, and 7:58 for those of you in the East Coast. Yeah. So we'll go for about an hour tomorrow, straight through till about another 30 minutes after it ends. We'll kind of like see where things are at, and hopefully it'll be a happy one, and we're not all sad because everybody backed out because our stream sucked so bad, and they're just like, screw these guys, I'm canceling all my orders. So that's the plan. So, yep. So people join us look tomorrow.
Out the window and there's like a little mushroom cloud, and they're like, cancel.
Yeah. So hopefully, as Ray says, that the extra time gets us closer to Mamba. I'm really hoping to go beyond that. Robo Geeks in the bones. We're going to unlock them all. Extra time is going to be great momentum today and tonight. Derek's right there. He's like, we're going to get them all. Hoping Derek's here with us tomorrow. Yes. That's the plan. Get that FOMO fermenting.
Yes.
Yeah, bruh. Telethon style.
I don't know what I was answering.
Maybe John was thinking when we were talking about going like all night, because that ain't happening. But Tony's Figs, what's up?
No way, I'm already yawning.
AWOK nerds, hashtag AWOK Nation.
What's up?
Here's a request, man. If we hit 500K, can we get a giraffe?
No, that
absolutely not.
500K is already reserved for Jason's internet.
Yeah. So,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So on a serious note, we've got a certain amount of stuff planned out, like that's in the pipeline. But we do want to do stuff like that. What again, another thing that's so awesome about this Kickstarter is we're quadrupling the parts catalog. So that means whenever we want to do like a special one-off figure like that, that's not necessarily going to have a ton of parts sharing, we can do it and not sweat it so much. You know what I mean? So we're going to have all kind of great stuff. What's up, Blake?
Hey, just out of curiosity, Ray Paz, which buck that we will be unlocking during this Kickstarter do you think the giraffe should be on? I'm just curious. I'm not saying we're making a giraffe. I'm not saying
sure
but I'm always curious, because people say like, hey, we should get this species. And so we have all these bucks unlocked, and it's sort of like, okay, where should we put it? How big should it be? Like because then we have a better idea of like, maybe you guys have a different idea than we do, and maybe it's a better idea than what we have. So
what do you guys think?
Yeah, if it's something where like it's definitely got my brain thinking.
I don't know. I mean, I think I think it's like a giraffe so skinny. Like I almost want it on the speedster, just with a long
I
neck.
know. I feel like it's almost got to be like a full. I feel like it's almost got to be a full reuse thing. Like people asking about the fish stuff. I can see a lot of parts being reused from the reptilians or the reptiles. So like I really like that fish warrior, that the Power Ranger fish warrior. I just really like how big the head is. It's like out of proportion from the body. I kind of want to do something similar to that, I definitely have some ideas for it. I think all the Savage Crucible, all their fish figures are awesome. And they chose to do like the heads pretty much in proportion to the bodies, which I think is awesome. I want to do something a little different. So, but it's going to be cool. But yeah, I've been thinking more about the fish. We have to figure it out because they're in the second story arc. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out sooner or later.
Yeah, I agree with Adam that like I was also thinking the speedster book because of the weight, but
but I almost, but I don't. I mean, but then I don't want a giraffe to be one of the shorter figures. Like even with a long neck, it's still going to be relatively short. We still kind of, I think it. I mean, what I would want ultimately, and this is why we can't just make everything, because I think if you put everything on just a handful of bucks, you end up with a line that just feels a little bit ham-handed,
Right. Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like we keep saying, what the Kickstarter did for us is unlock this many bucks, but we've said this time and time again, it doesn't mean that this is all the bucks we're ever going to create. So I think, some species just don't quite fit a buck that we've got so far. And, once we sort of get through these and unlock these and sort of recoup some of this money, then we can kind of look at the next buck. So,
Yep. All right, we were gonna try and keep this
another thing I've been thinking about is dogs.
More dogs.
Yeah, this is just the pre-show. I want to do dog. I want to do more dogs. So
big dogs, little dogs.
We gotta get Adam's kitty cat. Gotta do that too. Yeah, well, that's the thing that's cool. We can do big dogs, medium size, and little dogs now. So it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have all kind of cool
Corgi
stuff.
Confirmed.
We're gonna have a ton of birds. We're gonna have a ton of reptiles. What's that?
Let's try and he said Corgi confirmed.
Do what?
Corgi.
Yes. Cute little corgi. I've never had one. I think that's going to be my next dog is a corgi.
Oh, they're the best. They're the best.
Okay, we've got some important questions and comments. Let's see if we can bang these out, and then maybe we look in the Kickstarter, show some things that haven't been seen, then we call it a day. Real quick, Hotha Basher asks a very important question: can I change my pledge to an epic all-in the backer kit? And the answer is,
we're not 100% certain yet.
I have no idea.
The answer should be yes. Can I just say that?
Yeah, I mean, the answer is no. But if you reach out to me, the answer is yes. The problem is if you allow people to change their pledge, they can change it in the other direction too. So it's a little more complicated than that.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Backer kit's still a little bit clunky in that respect.
I see.
But we can, and I've said this before, I've worked on other backer kits before, and so I know that this is true. We can manually in the back end change that kind of thing. So, if anybody wants to upgrade their pledge, we can certainly make that happen. It's far easier if you just do it in the next 21 and a half hours. For everybody,
we would definitely prefer you do it in the Kickstarter. It's obviously it bolsters all the excitement and everything, and then it kind of saves us from the pain of the back end finagling in backer kit, because there's not something that's just set up for it.
So Ray Paz makes a good point in his comment there as well.
Which
at the very bottom there, the newest one, says you can't change your pledge, but you could get an epic all in. Yes, so you could just add an epic all in.
Thank you, Ray.
So it is possible to get an epic all in.
So,
you just won't have that as your backer kit.
Sorry, I got
Kickstarter
it now. Your brain was totally like sticking to the words of the question. Can I change it? Is that what the issue was? Well,
So
actually, never mind.
Well, no, I'm happy to explain it. It's pretty straightforward. You either for backer kit, you either it's just a button. We basically click a box and it says, can people change their reward tier? Yes or no. And if we click yes, then it's kind of chaos and everybody just
is changing all over.
Yeah.
But they can easily add.
I think
you can easily add. Yeah.
I think
got it.
Yeah, do that instead. Yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ray. Cutting through it all. Okay. Let's see. Yes, there was another important question. What else? Not really. So let's start with this one. Any chance of seeing the Merrill proto tonight? I think it's pretty straightforward. And there's an LOL for the reason.
Unfortunately, no. Dan hasn't started sculpting it yet. And there's some stuff we need to talk about because, I want to those poofy sleeves. We need to figure out is that going to be a secondary? Is it going to be like an actual sculpt? If it's actually sculpted on, I don't see how it could be sculpted on because it's going to affect the articulation too much. So if it's a softer secondary, quote unquote, armor, that's what I think it needs to be. So Dan, Arlen, and Carter and I need to figure it out, from a practical standpoint. And it is a challenging sculpt, so we haven't actually started working on it yet. But that's what's cool. We're going to be, the Kickstarter is ending where we've got a lot of 2D art that's up right now. So, it technically ends tomorrow, and no, it does end tomorrow, but the fun will continue. You'll still get to see updates of, stuff going from the 2D phase into the 3D phase into a painted prototype. So it's the kind of Kickstarter or event that you're going to want to keep checking in on the progress. It's going to be exciting. We're going to keep constantly updating this stuff, as it gets rolled out. So yeah, just definitely keep checking back.
I will say this too. I think I speak for just about everybody that is sort of like backing this and everybody that's a fan of this line, that some of the behind the scenes stuff is really cool and it's fun and it's different. You don't get it from every company, right? So I am working on getting more of the people that sort of do stuff in behind the scenes to do videos and to kind of like create some more content. So it's not just us three schmucks. You're probably getting sick of us. So we're going to bring in some new blood and some new faces, or not faces. Maybe it'll just be voices. We'll see. But we're going to try to bring you guys more stuff and more content because, you guys have been hanging out with us like every night for the last few weeks.
It's been awesome.
But
it felt weird yesterday not doing a show.
Yeah. Warning though, now that you know that you can easily add things in your backer kit as we keep unveiling things and revealing things, your numbers might change, because I know a lot of people are going to want to like, oh, I think I need 2 of those. I think I need this. So
right. There is going to be the add-on stuff after you finish your survey. It'll ask you if you want to do add-ons and stuff. And that's the perfect time. I think, some of the backers that are backing for a lot of stuff, they should maybe have like a little cheat sheet of what their selections are, so that when they get to the add-ons, they'll be like, okay, I selected my 3 Greshas, now let me go and add 2 heavy infantry so that way I have 3 of those, stuff like that. Like just speaking personally, like, stuff that I want to army build in a Kickstarter stuff, like I really make a cheat sheet because I'll forget, like, if it's like 30 items, I'm like, oh God, I don't remember what I picked now, So
that's what I absolutely do with my Kickstarters is like, I actually create like a list in my phone and then I actually like go through it and I double check it and then every couple days I'm like, did I remember to add that thing? Do I have the right numbers?
Right.
But you know, we might announce something else. You might see, you might see the actual sculpt of something and realize that you need more of it. We might review, you know, when we unlock the bird, the alternate bird heads, maybe there's something in there. There's a reason you need another bird, kind of thing, but you're not thinking about it now. Like it just changes over time, right? We'll sort of get to that point, and then you know we'll unlock the elephant, and then everything kind of resets and everybody goes crazy because they got to fit that elephant into the budget.
I need the mamba.
So on that note, can we confirm that if we can select unlock figs like Jessa or any of the others that were figs that were unlocked in place of others in the all-in pledge? So just to clarify, the short answer is yes, but for those of you that might not follow the question, just make sure that we're all clear. The all-in is different from the epic all-in. The all-in was initially intended for you to get the figures that were initially offered. It did not include the unlock figs. But
so the way, so the all is, so when we set the rewards, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm happy to mention it again, you know, because we want to be very, very clear.
Yep.
When we set up the reward tiers, we're only able to use things that are shown in the Kickstarter campaign. So we can't put Jessa in there because it's not unlocked and we're not sure that we're going to get that figure. But we also can't go into Kickstarter once the rewards have been sort of locked in and change them. So that's why the all-in only had, you know, the things from the original Kickstarter sort of, you know, offering. And then even the epic all-in, if you look at it, it says, you know, you get these things and more, but we couldn't, you know, put anything in there because we didn't know what was going to unlock and we didn't know how that was going to work out. But insofar as the backer kit works, so the Kickstarter will end, you know, you've pledged for an all-in. In a couple weeks, you will get the backer kit email. You'll go in there, you'll log in, you'll see that your reward tier is the all-in pledge. And then basically what you will do is the all-in is like 6 standard figures, 2 brawlers, and then spectral pale. But the way we'll kind of work it is it'll basically be 7 standard figures and 2 brawlers. You can pick any 7 standard figures that you want. So if you want 5 spectral pales and 2 Jessas, that's your 7 standard figures. And then you pick, you know, 2 Grimes. There you go. That's your choice. You can pick multiples of the same figure. Spectral Pale is the only one that you're only allowed 5 up. If you try to swindle us and try to order 6, we'll know your address by that point. So we'll come and change your mind for you. But any standard figure that's unlocked will sort of, you can choose for you know option 1 through 7. Like basically if you back for a standard figure, you pick whichever one you want. So the epic all-in will be a little more complicated because it will have to change over time if we unlock the elephant, because it won't quite work that way. So we still have to figure out exactly how that's going to work. But as I've said before, you know, we're saying that the epic all-in will give you the $919 in value. If it doesn't map out the way you want it to, get in touch with me and I can manually do it on my end. So
yeah, pretty accessible. And so let's see, I know there's just so many things and we are trying to kind of keep it quickish, but we're already past the time we said we would. Let's see, there's so many folks here. There's a question about Thor and Anacostia. Good to see you again. It's been a little bit. Will these figures be available on BBTS? They are currently available on BBTS for pre-order. The unlock figures maybe is the question. How do we want to address that?
I think they're all up there. But what I will say is you probably won't get them as quickly if you go through Big Bad Toy Stores. If you go through us.
Probably or definitely
there's
won't.
Virtually zero chance.
Yeah. Let's just say you definitely won't.
Yeah, I mean,
we should be real clear. The idea is that you're in the Kickstarter, you're getting it first. We're prioritizing you and we're making sure that that's the goal, at least. So if for whatever reason something happens, please know it's not for the lack of trying, because that is absolutely the goal, because we 100% believe that that's part of backing early. That's part of the thank you. And so, you know, you want to be that first kid on the block with a toy.
Yeah.
So
mine's gonna ship first, then bricks, then we'll move through everybody else's.
Everyone else.
Let's see what else. There is some it says Spectral Pale cannot be added to the pick 5. He's not quite standard, I thought.
So he is not quite standard. But we are generous and gracious for folks, and we're basically kind of bending the rules a little bit. So Spectral Pale is limited to 5. So if you do a pick 5 and you pick 5 pails, we will fulfill your order.
And they're getting a deal because the pick 5 is discounted, and Spectral Pale is normally a $40.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, folks? So yeah, entice you to buy 5. Maybe.
I mean, I love Spectral Pale. So obviously, if
he wants others to share too. See, he's not totally selfish.
How could I?
I'm going to use him as a nightlight. I think I'm just going to
put him on the Star Wars holocom puck.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's actually
a really good idea. I like another. And let's do kind of these logistic questions here tomorrow. I really want to spend the time more focused on like celebrating and hearing from folks.
Yeah.
And then what I suggest is maybe we'll do a post thing eventually, where we can, through the life of the backer kit, right, which will be a while, we can answer a lot of those questions.
Yeah.
So I didn't intend it this way, but now that I realize that I say that, you really should back the Kickstarter to get access to that backer kit.
We want you to back the Kickstarter. Make sure you lock.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing Epic All In, you're getting Mamba. You don't have to worry about that type of stuff. It's much better to do it in the Kickstarter itself. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's preferable to do it during the Kickstarter. We want the lead time for the backer kit to be, you know, as short as possible, but Adam's got to do the work. Like there's logistics involved, and like if we start getting a bunch of variables, it might slow it down, you know. So we much rather it just be in the Kickstarter and make it as easy on Adam as humanly possible.
Cool.
Part of the reason the backer kit's open as long as it is because I got to lock it all in and make sure that everybody's sort of happy with their order. So that.
Can I just say that this morning when I posed the question about keeping the Epic all in, all Epic, I thought I tried to be as respectful to you, Adam, as possible by noting that it's going to be a logistical nightmare and potentially an accounting nightmare. So I just want to acknowledge that it is true that it is going to be a nightmare, but we're going to figure it out because as people have pointed out, we really believe in this thing and we really want to, you know, reward folks. And we're just excited that we can all say today that, one, you're going to get it if you do Epic All In, and then people don't have to like wonder later, and that you're going to get it for the Kickstarter price, folks. So you're getting Mamba this is your opportunity to get Mamba at that $89 rather than looking at the retail. So keep that in mind. That's what we're doing. It's awesome. Spread the word. Let people know that that's the case. I will say though, as it said in the update, that important thing to note is that this is when we get to those, because had we actually unlocked everything, or I take that back, when we actually unlock everything, either by tomorrow or in the backer kit, and the funds are there to start actually being able to pay for these things now and tool them and work with the intended schedule, then we're great. However, if for some reason we fall short and there are figures that aren't unlocked, as we said, the Epic All-In people will still get those, but they'll get them when we actually are able to get the money and get to it. It might be a little bit of a wait. So I just want to make that really clear to people. Unlocking everything allows us to keep to the schedule and get these things out as fast as possible. Not having that money up front as planned changes things a little bit. So hope that is helpful. There's definitely a ton of stuff, and appreciate everybody for doing that. Here's a good question. Could a person select All In now, but then switch to Epic All In on backer kit to split up the cost? So it's again a change thing.
No, again, it's like it just becomes.
We need y'all to do the Epic. pick one or the other. Pick what you're comfortable with. We don't want you to, be pulling your hair out over it. It's a substantial amount of money. So, back what you're comfortable with, but you need to either do the all-in or the epic all-in in the Kickstarter.
Let me say this, and so this may not necessarily be in our favor, but I'll just throw this out there. If you're concerned, because the all-in is like $300, the epic all-in is $650. You're like, man,
$650.
Okay, so if I go in at $325 and then like, oh, I want to switch to an epic, but I can't afford both that $325 and that, I totally get it. But if you reasonably believe that you're gonna that's an actual option, can I recommend maybe buying one standard figure as your backing in for one standard figure, and then knowing that when you get into backer kit, you're gonna be in a position to either do the all-in or do the epic all-in, and you'll know more, if that makes sense. So for us, when I say it is not really helpful for what we're doing, because obviously it's going to be smaller and it won't help us unlock that thing, but faster. But if your intention is to like either go all in or epic all in, and that's your big question, that might be a safe way to do it. So throw that out there. Hello, John. Good to see you. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to get to this and then we really probably should sign off. But so today, raving, there was an update. There were a couple of updates. Sorry for making you seasick if that was too fast. But there were a couple of updates, and a lot of them were sort of what we've been talking about. So we shared this earlier with the big news about the epic all-in, and then at the bottom it was like, oh yeah, did you guys see the raving stuff? Because it's been out there on social media, been trying to share it as much as possible, because they've been on the streams, but maybe not everybody's on the stream. So yes, we have now unlocked raving as of Sunday, and the image has been updated to reflect the dope Paintmaster and the weapons. These weapons are renders, right?
Yes, did you paint the weapons too? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing is I started painting them, and then I noticed that there was like some of the parts had like failed, like that sword, like just the handle failed. So I was like, let me just color 3D renders for the time being. Yeah. So they failed in terms of printing. If you're not familiar, just like little errors or didn't quite make it all the way. It didn't mean that they failed, So right, the print just didn't work. It'd be like your paper jam. Right. So this is what we're working with, folks. This was the final glorious picture of that Paintmaster. Can I send an image in the private chats? Can I do that, or is it only text? I don't think so, but if you put it in the Facebook, we can get it. I sent a version with his hat and his poncho on, if you want to check it out. Sure. I guess that could be our last little sneak peek of the evening. Yeah, and then we'll do the real celebration tomorrow night. Yeah. Let's do that. No, Dan, it was the print. The print didn't come out right. I didn't add enough supports. Here are the renders, and you can see these all in the update on the Kickstarter. Awesome shots, so you can get a sense of where the wings attach and all of that. And then there were shots here. That's from Dan's Instagram. Those renders, as published on Death Metal Dan. Did I say that right? That's right, right? You got it. And then these are the prototypes that we've shown in different places, and you can kind of see it here with the head, and I'll kind of bring up a better picture of that in a second. But I also, oh wait, you don't have it here. Oh, there was that separate shot of the hat where you could actually see the hat separated. Oh yeah, I forgot to send that. Dang it, sorry. No, we're good. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to share it without accidentally sharing everything in our chat, because that wouldn't be good. Let's see. It's all good. We could share it tomorrow. If it's going to be stressful. No. If you haven't figured out, I don't stress too hard. Let's see. That must be nice. I mean, stress. What is it? Okay, so let's see. I'll back out of this for a second. I'll stop that. I'll come back and I'll go over here and I will do a Chrome tab. Yeah, how about that?
All right. So did that work? Let's share this tab instead. So here it
resend it
is.
to you. That way you don't have to scroll through your
Sure.
messages. It's uploading, unfortunately. There we go. There's one of them. So that's my messy little paint station.
Oh, this view's better. I don't have to see the ugly Chrome. The Chrome browser stuff.
All right.
Look at that. Damn, that thing's gorgeous. The eyes look really great. Look at the soft goods. Oh my, I don't think I even realized that the soft goods were on here.
Our first image of the soft goods. You can tell the wires in there. There's a little clasp that connects it if you know, so you don't have to take the head off if you don't feel like it.
What kind of clasp is it? Like a magnet, a button?
No,
type
it's like
thing?
It's a little button, yeah, and it's
button?
very
cool.
it's I don't want to say it's camouflage, but it's not obvious.
And that's Harker.
That is Harker. Yep.
Nice. When did he get that to you?
He actually sent it to me a while back, but I just haven't put it on the figure. So the funny thing is, I kept, you know, those little lint rollers that get cat hair off of it. I've been like constantly cat hairing it, but like it's like the cats walk by and then all of a sudden there's cat hair. They don't necessarily have to touch it. It's just there's cat hair everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. Oh, it looks good. I don't see a ton of cat hair on there at all.
Yeah.
No, he looks great. The feet look great. The gripping feet is something we revealed, and you know, it trips me out. Like this is the paints that Jason used, which I love. That's totally like that's what is that, like at Walmart or like Joann's?
Yeah, it's a bargain brand acrylic. So as someone like, so I was a fine art major before I switched to graphic design. And we would use very expensive acrylic paints. And, you know, a lot of people would talk trash on these hobby paints, but I mean, I've done all the paint masters with hobby paints, and I've got stuff that's like 20 years old that's lasted. I think part of the resistance to using those hobby paints is that they're not necessarily ready to use right out of the bottle. I mean, you could do it, but they're too thick. You have to like thin them out a little bit, and you have to do a lot of thin layers for it to like look good.
Which also affects your ability to get consistent color too, because you're watering it down each time, and you don't know if you're doing it. So either way, it's still amazing to me that you get it done that way. And this guy looks fantastic. Well done. Great job on the sculpt, Dan. And then let me go and get this last image, but I don't know if you guys can see there the all the different comments. Clearly people are digging it. God made a comment too, but oftentimes I choose to ignore God because I got issues. So if you're on the live, you know what I'm talking about. But
I flexed my blue wrench.
Oh, did you?
I was gonna say, I didn't see it.
Did you just boot God from the chat? That is
I put God in timeout and see.
That's not even the right thing. Sorry, that was a fail. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I named them both the same name because that's a thing we do in my house. There you go. So there's the hat. Oh wait, you don't see that. How about if I did this?
There we go.
There is
Dan
the
did
hat.
such a great job with this.
To the texture, Dan. That thing looks like,
isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it looks like it's totally woven, like
not just woven, but it has like the spines in it almost.
Right
here.
You know what I mean? So that it's not
really freaking cool. Yeah, I didn't notice that till you mentioned it. That's really cool.
The spacing on stuff, it's so cool. And like, yeah, that there's a like a thin, thick. It actually creates this really cool pattern. Sorry if you got neoteny. Hope that doesn't freak you out. And then we've got the attachment there. You see the clip or whatever. What do you call that? A peg?
The little,
I guess.
The cavity. Yeah, the
cavity.
You know what that reminds? As soon as I saw that, I was like, that looks like a kappa. Like the Japanese turtle demon guy that has the water.
Oh yeah, he's got the bull head.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go with the monkey brains from Temple of Doom.
Oh man,
I feel like that movie didn't age well.
We are getting all of this, folks, and I'll just sort of do this one last like quick through of the, again, sorry if you're getting sick because I'm driving crazy, but check this out. So we're getting all of these different bucks in the line pretty quickly, and we're going to try and unlock all of them so it happens even more quickly. But clearly there's a commitment on the part of Spero to eventually make all of these figures at, you know, again, it could be really fast if we hit those unlocks, or it could take a little bit longer. We saw all the different bucks that we originally offered, the 4 lizards, sorry, the 4 original bucks, the 3 lizards, including this one that got unlocked. We gotten the brawler bucks, including the Grimes that got unlocked. We've got the women figs, the female buck with Mala. We saw, if you haven't been paying attention, go check out the updates and the different streams, and you can kind of see the different heads, the alt heads for these guys. The Jadu head is one of my favorite things ever in this line.
I feel like I have to have 2 because I want one with the alternate head
on
100%. All the time, you know.
Just 2?
I did the same. Yeah, I do that. I do that quite a lot, to tell you the truth. Like if I can't pick which head I want, I'll get 2 figures. I mean, I did the same thing with this He-Man who's just kind of hanging out. I did something similar with the, you know, where he's got the metal straps instead of the full armor. I just couldn't decide. So
we've got the speedsters coming in, right? Sorry, I know I'm going through fast, and say that's, you know, then go down and look at that that URL down there and go check it out yourself, bit.ly/backawok. You can see them for yourself. There's Raving that was unlocked today. So now I am happy to announce that we completely forgot to mention this, but oh no, we didn't. We mentioned it just today. This was unlocked. Sorry, I'm forgetting things now, and that's great. Oh, there was a question. I think, sorry, Mythic Dolphin pointed out that the info here that said like loot and all that. Sorry, that's more of just our process. I have the file with the thing that says all that, and I think just in the interest of getting things out, we needed to change it to reflect unlocked, and we didn't have that template there. Nothing has changed. We'll change it back. So just so you know, the main thing is that it's unlocked and it's still coming with everything that said before. So this is what's next, folks. And can I get a count on where we're at? But this is where we need to head next.
We're at 297 and a little more. So
nice. So 297. We'll keep climbing. We're check in tonight. Away. Nice, and we'll unlock Scathing.
It just keeps going. It just
good.
I have a feeling. We'll wake up in the 300,000 area in the morning, and then we'll just keep kind of plowing ahead until the clock kicks down to 0. It'll be an exciting night tomorrow night. Well, the whole day is going to be exciting, but you know, we'll be on and kind of giddy and cheering it on, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So.
Yep. And, you know, I think people are adjusting things throughout, and so we'll just see things moving. There was a question, I think, earlier that asked, are we going to get that head? Because this is an unlock. Did you want to address that? Sorry, I didn't bring it up, but can you address that?
Yeah. So, okay. So this is what I'm thinking. We're just going to include the alternate heads for the birds. We're just going to kind of plow through. Like I want to do like a singing head for Meryl. We talked about Scathing is going to have like the skull. There's going to be a skull on his head. I really want that friggin' Brutox figure. I think we all want the Mamba figure. So yeah, we're going to just do that. We're just going to include those heads now. So as the figure gets unlocked, it'll just come with a head. We're not going to worry about that. It's just a little fun little thing to go towards. It's kind of help us keep the pacing, but yeah, we'll just go ahead and do those bird heads.
You heard it, folks. And so you kind of got to, I was going to say, you're giving them a glimpse that, like, you know, when we say like, hey, what about this idea? And we bully him, like, you know, sometimes it doesn't really take a whole
I actually did think about it this morning. You just reminded me. But okay, tomorrow I have to like finish coloring Brutox's weapons and add it to the Kickstarter so we can see what weapons he's got.
Yep.
Tillman made some great weapons for him, and I would hate for the Kickstarter to close without those weapons on his side, you know.
Good point. So that'll come. So we'll see what this is, and hopefully we'll be edging in close to unlock him, and then we'll get to Mamba and hope to unleash the Mamba because we can't sleep till it's released.
That's right.
And then we're not stopping there though. We've got Zwar and Vitus who share a buck that again is completely different. So that's what we're shooting for, folks. So yeah, I think that's essentially it. There are, let's see, let's stop this. Let's go here. See, again, I'm not used to doing this. Okay, a couple of things I do want to highlight. Let's end on a positive note. Not that it hasn't been all positive. Now that I kicked out God, Moonshine Mel says, I would like to take a moment to thank you and the rest of your crew for an amazing Kickstarter and give a huge thank you for the pretzel bending graciousness to please everyone in the Kickstarter.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, I've said it a couple times, but I think a lot of what this Kickstarter about is building some lifetime fans. And we want you guys to, go out and introduce your friends and other collectors to the brand. So that way, we can keep making awesome, fun Animal Warriors. And we're not just doing Animal Warriors. This is just the first IP that we've been, really showcasing. So all kind of really exciting stuff for Spero. I want to thank the team. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all have been the just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to go and get a good night's sleep tonight. And then we're going to have a really exciting day tomorrow. I feel like we should try to make up some sort of drinking game for tomorrow night, but we'll see.
And we will circle back here tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have a bunch of special guests. If we aren't able to get Adam because he's an actual working person.
Yeah, I will jump on as soon as I get home, but the campaign will probably be over at that point. So.
Yep. And then I know that I am missing a lot of good logistic questions, and we just are sort of running out of time. But if you're wondering about the sort of voucher and the Epic All-In, definitely go back to the replay because we kind of addressed that. And so on that note, on the very bottom, we've got a lot of people that helped us out to let us on their streams, and their videos are down there. So definitely check out bit.ly/gatherthetribe. It'll take you to a playlist of all of them. If you're gone at work, maybe leave it on in the background so that those folks get their views, and do some thumbs upping and subscribing to those channels. That would be really great. And here's one more to end it. Red says, a lot of companies need to learn from you guys. I'm hooked for life and ready for your next projects. You have my support, and we really appreciate that. I have said repeatedly that I've loved how this campaign was structured. I loved the fact that we are really, truly making it a crowdfunding thing where people are going to get something truly epic back if they invest, even if they don't do an Epic All-In. We're really trying to get you the best prices, showing you all the good stuff. And so I hope people feel that. So, all right, folks, thank you all very much. I know this was a semi-last minute stream. Tomorrow will be super last minute come through. And Adam has something.
Just one last Timmy T's question. Does everything ship at once, or has it been completed? They will be shipping in waves. So we will be shipping it in waves. And if you back it in the Kickstarter, unfortunately, this just goes for United States, Canada, and Mexico. You will already have paid your shipping. So that's, kind of an added bonus as well. For the international backers, you will get your, I believe the way that it'll work is Fulfill Right will send you an email, or we'll send you or it'll say that it's from us. And you'll pay the shipping per wave. But that way we can sort of get it to you a little bit faster. You don't have to wait till we get everything in hand. So,
Yep.
So
that was
it's preferable for all parties.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a last minute logistic question. Hope you all have a great night. Let's end this. See ya. See you tomorrow. Woohoo. Back it. Tell everybody.
Bye.
Do all the things.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Wow, my heart's not working. There they are. There you go. He did the
there
fart
it is.
sound.
Mine doesn't work. So.